right, speaking of travel and weather, today's the day so many people will head home, right? Start getting back from their holiday travel destinations. And unfortunately, the cold is not going to be helpful for them, certainly when it comes to the icy roads.
Yeah, and tomorrow morning will be the main time frame when those issues will be happening. But this evening, it'll be cold, but you can get where you need to go. Probably a better time.
No ice.
No ice. Yeah, not expecting that until early tomorrow morning. So we're keeping the dry stretch with us until those very wee hours of Saturday. So as far as this evening goes, you might see some clouds building in. It might get a little breezy at times as our weather pattern is going to be changing up going through the next few days, but this is our next system that will be pushing in that potential for light drizzle in spots, and potentially could be some light freezing drizzle, all depending on what time it comes in. But it looks like right now that it will come in early enough for us to get in on some freezing rain depending on where you're located. So temperatures by the time we go around 7 o'clock in the low 30s. We're at 32 degrees at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock we're going to be around 31 degrees, and those temperatures will keep falling. So tomorrow morning there are going to be a lot of 20s out there, and while there are 20s at the surface, that mid layer is a bit on the warmer side, so that's why it's going to come down as rain, and then as it reaches the surface it has that potential to freeze up and add a glaze on some of these roads. But it will be isolated, so as it does come in, the best chance for ice accumulation is going to be over the Berkshires. If you're traveling on I-90 to the west, you're going to notice that as you go higher up in the elevation, that's where the slippery spots will be. Also, the Merrimack Valley does have a potential to be getting in on ice accumulations as well. Both locations, though, light ice accumulation, and by around 9-10 o'clock tomorrow morning it will be changing over to all rain as those temperatures do rise, and as we see temperatures making their way to the middle and even upper 30s for parts of our day on Saturday, even low 40s in spots. So both Saturday and Sunday have rain chances, but the best chance for any type of ice is going to be on Saturday. So notice how isolated these accumulations are going to be. That's because if you're heading out the door, it's dangerous, because if you're heading out the door, you might think you're all good to go, and then you reach a spot that did see some ice accumulation. So you want to be very careful before the sun comes up tomorrow. Areas like Springfield could get closer to a tenth of an inch, while isolated spots could see a glaze through the day, through the morning tomorrow. By 10 o'clock, though, we're at 37 degrees. That's good news. We're warming things up, and then in the low 40s, we're going to sit there between 2 and 4 o'clock. 40, 41 degrees, keeping clouds around and keeping those rain chances around, while those low temperatures will bottom out at 23 for parts of southern New Hampshire, 25 in Fitchburg, 30 for Boston. So all of us likely getting below that freezing mark. Then as we head into Sunday morning, 38 degrees, and Monday morning up by 10 degrees, we're going to be at 48 degrees. So rain chances will continue Sunday into Monday will be our next round of rain, and then also New Year's Eve does have the potential for some rain chances as well, and New Year's Day is looking like it could be wet as well. So 1 to 2 inches of rain for the most part for most of southern New England. That's what we're going to be watching for, continuing to chip away at those drought conditions that we've been seeing for the past few months. But our next 5 days, clouded up, on and off rain. Tuesday into Wednesday, we could see that rain as we start to ring in the new year around that midnight hour. That's when the rain chances will be increasing for early Wednesday. But the end of next week, we'll see windy and dry conditions. Temperatures are going to be much more seasonable, upper 30s and low 40s.